Here we go then, Scott. So, set it wise we can see now, width the stance, a bit wider. There was obviously very narrow with your feet. And that's going to give you a limited sort of range of motion this way anyway, because if you're that narrow, you're going to feel like you're going to fall over. So, you'll tend to feel a little bit more kind of more this way rather than that way with your body movement, okay? So, as you said last time, club face now at the top of the back swing. A lot square at the top, so the club face now is in a square position. Your right wrist now, we discussed last time, getting that club face in a more square position. Now, it's getting your body to move towards that left side. Now, with your legs being quite close, your left leg is almost vertical anyway. But even that, as you come back to the golf ball now, you're kind of popping up there at the golf ball now. Your right foot is kind of more heel going backwards as opposed to ankle, exactly. It's kind of more like whoop, doing this sort of pirouette and sort of jumping up on your tiptoes, which, like I say, was a move you had to make to send the ball somewhere left, okay? Because the face before was aiming at the right. You had to fight that battle by doing as much as you could to send the ball left, whether it's sort of leaning back, flicking it, rolling your arms, or whatever it may be. You were fighting that losing battle, okay? So this one on the right-hand side now, okay? Same good backs, okay? So from here now, we got this line. You can see there's actually a bit more daylight now between your left foot and that line. It's now moving into that blue line. Now we can still move a little bit more. Okay, that's going to come in. So literally the move would be from here, just go bump, bump, and then at the golf ball, okay? Movement there. Now you're kind of on that left hip slightly. I mean, ideally speaking, you'll be on that line. You moved a little bit, but not enough yet with practice. But if we look at your right foot now, it's starting to roll a little bit more now up on the ankle rather than the old kind of like whoop, pirouette back. And when you finish, you kind of come through at the end here, sort of lean here at the end, which you don't need, to be fair. This is you kind of trying to get to your left side more with the top half rather than that. So what we don't want to do is that, okay? I'm moving my hips to the left. My head, you can see now, staying fairly much sort of central around the ball. I don't want to do this and then go, ooh, and try to lunge after the golfer. When you finish the shot, you want to be straight, you want to be straight up, not kind of leaning forward, okay? So it's feeling that weight shift through the lower half, which I think, again, has not been a familiar move for you to make, is it? You've tended to kind of hang back, okay? It's just getting that left hip to bump towards. Another good drill you can actually do at home, again, even at a golf club. Get your feet as wide as your shoulders, so your leg now is going to be away from the wall, and just make some swings and just turn and then just move into the wall, okay? Now, we're not going to just do and fall into it, obviously. If you come from face on there a second, Scott, so you can see this, okay? So I just draw on here so we can see it. So you got the wall there now, the blue line will be here. Arms across your chest, make your backswing. You move into the wall now as you start kind of your hips down, but chest is still staying back. And then my left hip now basically brushes against that wall, yeah? And moving this way. We don't want to sort of fall into the wall so my shoulder sticks on it. Likewise, I don't want you sort of popping up and then moving away from the wall, okay? So you kind of move into it, okay? And then around. So the hip movement.
The first movement, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Right, okay. That's
the feeling for you, okay? Now, a lot of people, that's the other way around, but the actual feeling for you is definitely going to be as you go back, okay?
Yeah.
So your hips rotate on the way back,
slide
on the way down, and then rotate. What you did was probably minimal kind of rotation on the way back, up on the way down, and then rotate. So you pulled it left. So you had the right movement, but in the wrong sequence. But that was you trying to fight that and going the wrong way. Try and think about it as if you were skimming a pebble or throwing a ball, how your hips would you'd almost naturally be sort of facing the ocean, should we say, as you skim that pebble through. You wouldn't kind of go and throw it behind you, would you? Your body would just naturally move through towards target, okay? So it's getting that lower half movement better. But now we had to do that after the club face got square. A month ago, that right wrist felt awful, didn't it, if we're honest? Now it kind of feels natural. So the club now at the top of the back is very square. And most of your shots now, we're getting a lot less right, if anything, a bit more left. I think probably over half your shots been spinning left, which is complete opposite to last week. Last month, sorry. They're getting that now going left, and this number reducing down to sort of under a 500 on either side means you can start trusting the ball's not going to just exit right and just disappear over there. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah, no, perfect.